Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today what we're going to do is actually look at possibly one of the most important set of irons that have been released this year and even possibly next year, and they are called the Ping i230 irons. We're going to have a hit with this new offering from Ping, see what it's all about, see how it plays, see how it looks, see how it feels, see what this iron could possibly give you if you went and got fitted yourself. New to the channel, hit that subscribe button down below, tap the little bell icon and that will turn on notifications for every new video I post. If you enjoyed today's video, please do smash that like button down below as well. It really helps the channel. And feel free to drop a comment below with anything you wanted to know, anything you might want to see in the future, and I'll try and get back to you. So, i230, let's see what it's all about. So Ping have been making I-series irons for a while. You've got the i210, the i525, the i59, and they're all irons aimed at the better player or the lower handicap golfer. So i230 is replacing the very long-standing, very popular i210 clubs from Ping, but with quite a few improvements to the design to try and help the club be more forgiving, launch off the club face faster, higher, and to provide a better sound and feel. These new models, the i230, might actually still suit the player that is a little bit higher handicap or that just needs that little bit more forgiveness. Although looks may say differently, quite a forgiving iron. So let's talk tech. In the back of the club, we've got a 4-piece cavity badge. Essentially, there is an elastomer insert in the back of the head that's then covered by this back plate, which overall produces a much more dampened, more pleasing sound and feel off the club face. There's deliberate tungsten weighting lower down in the club head to provide that lower CG, that higher MOI, so basically making that club more forgiving on off-centre hits. And you have a much more rounded leading edge to the sole to help that turf interaction, slightly more help with that sort of strike at the bottom of your swing. Like we started to see in a few of the newer models, you've got this micro max groove technology. So these are these smaller grooves on the club face, which is going to obviously help to try and reduce the chance of flyers, increase the spin, increase the consistency of that spin, and just overall trying to help that consistency of the ball flight. And although we haven't got these, the longer irons in the set are built to be a little bit more compact in shape, a little less offset, and that was one of the things in i210 irons which these are replacing that they sort of had to try and improve. So let's have a little hit with these and see how they feel, how they perform, and then we'll have a look at the numbers. So as ever, we got Pro V1 down on the floor, giving us hopefully some consistent ball data. Looks straight away from above are really nice. It's very compact design, thin top line to the club is sort of promoting that better player's iron looks. The grooves are really kind of distinct on these Ping clubs. The Micro Max grooves really is a different look to the old style Ping. Otherwise very minimal offset, but it looks very sort of appealing to hit. It doesn't look too scary down behind the ball. Let's have a hit, see. A little bit louder than expected. Certainly plenty of height. The 7-iron is lofted 33 degrees. That's pretty standard by nowadays. I think the strongest 7-irons I've sort of seen in the better players' irons would be around 30 degrees or just under. So these at 33 are by no means strong, but they're certainly not too weak either. So louder than expected is my first sort of reaction to these. Do feel nice and solid off the face. You can certainly feel a little bit of dampening happening in the head, so it's not coming off too harshly. Felt quite nice. Certainly plenty of height. Distances on those first few definitely where I would kind of expect my 7-iron to be, just creeping over 150, sort of 155-ish. That's a good one. Nice lot of stopping power, coming down nice and steep. Doesn't look like these are going to sort of be bouncing into the green and bouncing off the back. A little bit heavy, but certainly feeling that sole, not digging in too much. So let's get a bit of data on the board and we'll come back and have a look at the numbers. say generally overall these irons definitely feel firmer, but there is some dampening going on. That felt really nice. So it feels nice and solid, as you'd expect a kind of bladed club to feel, but there can certainly feel a little bit more help in that club head. That ball's launching nice and easily. I've hit a few slightly off centre there, and I haven't really felt anything drop off or looked and seen anything drop off into the distance. Certainly impressed really initially with those. Let's have a look at the numbers and see how they sort of compare to my usual numbers that I would get with my current club. So if we look at the shots that we've hit there, quite a good selection of shots. The dispersion is nice and tight, not a lot of sort of scattering going on there. Distance-wise, very consistent as well, which is really good to see. I always have an issue with slight mishits with better players' irons of the ball dropping out of the sky a bit too early, losing distance, and then I get that big dispersion between short and long. That doesn't help. So really happy to see the kind of tightness and dispersion, both short and long, as well as left and right. So let's have a look at the numbers. We've got 111.4 mile an hour ball speed on average. Not bad, that's kind of where I'd expect my 7.9 to be. I'm probably somewhere around 110, maybe just underneath it. So to have maybe another mile an hour is always going to help. Got a good launch angle, 22 degrees, which is quite high, but I have always hit it quite high with my irons. And I'm spinning that ball at 6,300 RPM. So quite high spin, but good for a 7.9. Just coupled with a high launch. So if I can control one of those a little bit better, I might just get a few extra yards out of the shot. Otherwise, I've got an average carry of 154, which is kind of exactly where I'd expect my 7.9 to be, 150 to 160 yards. Obviously, you see not a lot of run out. Wouldn't want too much run out with a 7.9, so I'm seeing that ball coming down nice and steep. We're getting a descent angle of 49 degrees. That ball's going to come down and stop really nice and quick. And we've got peak height 35 yards, so definitely no problem getting any height on the ball with these irons. So if I was going to sum up the i230 irons from Ping, I would say they are fitting the bill exactly. They are very forgiving in that nice compact head shape, certainly not just aimed at the better player. I think if you're a higher handicapper, I think these irons could still be a really good option for you. So definitely try them out. I'd say the one thing, if you wanted something a little bit softer in feel or a little bit more blade-like, then these might be a little bit too loud or a little bit too harsh for you. But I think if you don't mind that slightly more powerful noise and feel, then these are definitely ones to look at. I would definitely recommend going to get fitted and trying them out. Thanks again for watching, guys. If you did enjoy today's video, please smash that like button down below. And if you haven't already and you'd like to subscribe to the channel, tap the subscribe button down below and the little bell icon next to it, and you'll get alerted to every new video I post. Thanks again for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.